What's going on? What's going on, good people?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? I'm Lamar. It's my brother, Casey Fowler. This is
Yeah.
episode 113 of the Foul Language Podcast.
Yes, sir. And like every other episode, get your accessories right. Put your headphones on if you're at work. Get the kiddies to bed because you might just hear some foul language. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Got that right. Roll the intro.
Perfect.
Before we kick things off, let's get into these accessories for the evening. So, I don't know about you, but I particularly picked mine for a day like today. So, what you drinking? What you smoking, brother?
I definitely did the same fucking shit. Like, this is going to happen today, whether it's going to be celebratory or if it's going to be misery and pain and heartache. Man, a little bit of
You just
both.
had your Arthur moment, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. Your turn.
So for the drink, man, I just got some vodka, man, with some lemonade in it. You know what I'm saying? It did have ice, but patiently awaiting for the track to roll on. You try me if you want. But patiently waiting. It melted a little bit, but I put enough vodka in it that it melted quick. It was one of the
If you
balls.
get better ice, you won't have that problem.
Well, it was the spherical ice, sir. And that just means how much vodka I put in that motherfucking cup that bitch melted like that. But it didn't water it down because, like I said, I put like an extensive amount in there for this particular episode. And for my cigar, man, once again, shout out to my Faji family for the excellent Christmas gift, man. I got me a Placencia, man. Which one is this again? It's the Reversa Original. So I got that shit popping, man. And always, I'm a Placencia fan, man. So it's great. How about yours, man? What you got going?
All right. So for I don't know which one to start with. For the cigar, we'll go there. I've got the Dumbarton and Trust Sober Mesa Grand something. It's a Churchill, so it's a good little. We'll be out here for a while.
Churchill's burn long.
Yeah, and this one is burning so slow. Like, what are we? It's been about 30 minutes, 20 minutes since we started going. This is it.
If you're gonna be part of planning a world war and shit, man, you gotta have a good cigar, I guess. Not him, y'all. Talking about Churchill.
I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. I'm laughing because that's funny on a multitude of levels. Could make that joke in episode 112. I'm just saying. No. And then for the drink, I got something special tonight. I've got some Uncle Nearest, not just any Uncle Nearest, single barrel.
The single barrel.
Yeah, it's 119 proof. I saw this when I was at the in-laws for Christmas and picked up the bottle and brought it all the way back. And so far, so good. So that's what I got right now. We will let you know how the accessories are treating us. Stay tuned for that. Should be a good time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again where we like to bring something positive into this ever negative fucking world that we fucking live in. Do what's best in life, brother. So, Wibble.
I didn't take notes. This might just go back and forth. This might take the whole night. I don't know. I don't even know what all I got. So let's see. MFN Research is doing good. We are getting super close to 400 subscribers. Let's see. By the time this goes out, I will have started the first week of 2 episodes a week. So that'll be good. I'll start working on some other stuff with that and FLP here real soon, so that should be good. Got my new iPad right there. Definitely excited about that. I've been waiting on that for a minute. I feel like it increased my productivity like 80%, man. It's amazing. I was sitting on the plane, like, yes, let me take this. Yeah, you do this. Bullshit. I mean, I was. So, bought a whole bunch of new everyday carry gear for myself and for the channel. So that was good. A lot of reviews coming up. A lot of walkthroughs, a lot of geared hunter videos, all kind of stuff is coming up in the near future. So that's exciting. Last week, spent 4 days in Vegas. Went on a quick not quite impromptu, but semi-impromptu couples trip. So we left Friday morning, got back Monday evening, and so good time, a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of fun, a whole lot. Of fun. Definitely needed. I think it was our first time going out for longer than a night. I think since Lamar was born. So
That's good. Got to get out there and be
de-
adults sometimes. So
definitely well needed. Oh yeah, man, it was
I
good. Like
can't
you
wait.
could even see it on Kim because there was times when she's like, "I'm gonna go to bed." I'm like, you know what? I ain't gotta go to bed. Ain't nobody coming in the room at 7 o'clock in the morning to wake me up.
Turn
So
out.
right, so it was fun. We did this thing called dining in the dark.
Hmm.
It was a lot of
I've
fun.
heard
So
of
it's like
that.
it is so much fun. It's pitch black. You can't see shit, like nothing. Like you do with your head in your face, you can't even see it. So some people that messes with their anxiety, and you have to calm down. But once those calm down, it is so much fun. And we had
Oh
like
yeah.
a
Okay, cool.
7 course pairing to go with it, a wine pairing to go with it. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. If your anxiety can handle it, I recommend it. The way your face is looking, your anxiety ain't it.
Mm-mm.
So,
Can't see nothing, and I'm in a public place. Fuck no.
mhm. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Let's
That's
see
what's
what
up.
else. So yeah, like I said, went to Vegas, hung out there. The tent is down, so I took that down um, yesterday actually. So I just kind of left it up, and yeah, work is work. Got my raise, got my bonus. Think we talk, I don't know if we talked about that or not, but I got them. It kicked in. Kim found out this week that she's getting a raise, and
Nice.
so that was exciting. And she told me one number of what she thought it was going to be, and then they gave her the actual number. She was like, "Oh, hold on, it is way more than what we figured out." So that's
Nice.
always a good thing. Always a good thing. Let's see. That's about it that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean,
See,
there's
the
probably
game
so much
fast is
more stuff.
over.
Oh, the Daniel Fest been over, man. This we
Yeah.
get into March
Oh,
now.
it's
It's
been
been
a
like a
minute.
month.
Yeah, it's been a
It's been a
minute.
month. I've had plenty whiskey since then, bro.
I believe it. I believe it.
I
I
had
think
a
last time we
bottle of Wood.
recorded, you did a cider.
Yeah, like I got a bottle of Woodford Reserve that's almost gone over there
Oh,
since the
yeah, you had to
past.
catch
So,
up.
mm-mm,
All right. All right.
not really. It's just sitting, sipping, chilling, smoking a cigar, YouTubing. It was good times, writing scripts, all kind of stuff. So good time, good time.
Right on.
I'm probably sure I may think of some more stuff as you're talking. Oh, my daughter Simone, she got braces.
Yeah, see it
Um,
all blinged out and shit.
yeah, she was all happy. She's excited. We were like, Simone, you want to stay home and rest since you got your braces today? No,
Yeah,
I
no,
have.
y'all got to see these.
And that's basically like back in Augusta when people got them grills.
Hmm.
She was like, yes, I need to show
I'm gonna
everybody.
go get me another one. Just wait.
Mm-mm-mm. I bet you are. So there's like a clique of her little friends that they all have braces together now. So they're in
Gang,
or
gang,
in
gang.
different steps. Pretty much, it's like I think 3 or 4 of them. One's like slightly ahead of Simone, and then I think one is behind Simone. So the girl had the expander, and then she got the braces. Simone got the expander, now she got the braces. I think another girl's got the expander or something like that. I don't know. So yeah. Lamar's doing good. Learning how to write some more, and he's doing good in preschool. He's having a ball. Went to his first birthday party.
Okay.
No, not his first. He went to another birthday party, so that was kind of fun. Well, I didn't go, but he had a ball. Um, it was a Mexican family, and he had a ball. Kim was like, "Yo, they had some bomb ass cake.
Man, they parties be the bomb. Period.
Bomb,
Period.
bomb, right?" So she was like, "Yo," I was like, "I need to find that cake because it was delicious, and not
She
like
won't be funny.
overly sweet delicious."
Mm.
No, they got it from somewhere, so it's a shop somewhere.
Yeah, they're gonna have to plug her in. That's somebody they know probably. You ain't gonna just get that
That's
anywhere.
fine. We'll ask somebody to ask somebody. Um, so yeah, every other than that, everything's going good. Smoked a lot of good cigars. Just been chilling. Smoked anything stands out. Had a God of War, but God of Fire. Arturo Fuente. That was kind of interesting. Yeah, all kind of stuff. But I think that's about it, man. What about you? With your little baby
Um,
goatee going, looking like
First of all,
you
we're gonna get to that
you
in a
looking
minute.
like you looking like in the movie and shit where they go undercover and they go hide in the cabin and shit and they cut back to you in the cabin chopping
Got the
wood
hair on
and shit.
backwards and shit.
Yeah,
That
you
reminds me,
walking you.
Ninja Kamui. That shit's fucking fire.
Oh, everybody's talking about it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting because
Yeah, I saw the first
they
episode. I was
already
like, holy
they
shit.
didn't already delayed and they already delayed solo leveling. It's not coming out. I think this week. It's skipping a week. The voice actor is sick, but you'll be fine because you're watching the dub, so you'll be alright.
Yeah, I'm waiting on dubbed anyway. Yeah.
No, gotta.
So speaking of TV, I guess I'll start with the TV stuff first. Last Airbender is out in live action. I've been waiting to see how Netflix was gonna do it since I heard about it back in, I want to say like 2019, 2020, something like that when I first heard about it. So they actually did really well. Like they stuck to the characters. I think some of the characters acting is kind of dry, but
that's what I heard.
All in all, it's a good show, man. The visuals and shit when they're bending and all that, man, that shit's fucking.
I heard, yeah, I heard that
phenomenal.
was good.
They did really well with that. They didn't deviate away too much from the cartoon version and stuff like that. It kind of stuck together. They kind of took out filler stuff and just stuck with the main shit. But they kind of kept it the same, so I can really appreciate that. The characters were pretty much the same. I'm waiting on my new swords and shit to come out. Fucking Shogun. I'm excited about that shit dropping.
You started what?
It ain't. I don't think it's out yet. I don't
you
think
talking about the show, right?
Shogun, yeah, on Hulu.
Yeah. So I think that's the show. Remember when we were kids? Dad used to watch this show called Shogun.
Oh shit, he sure the fuck did.
I think it's the redo. I need to look it up and find out, but I think it's that.
Yeah, I might look that shit. But I'm excited about that shit, man.
Me too. It's got my dude in it too, so
that shit's gonna be fire. Just finished the 7 Deadly Sins, the 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. It actually was really good. I mean, if you get over how lame the main character's powers are and shit, it's actually not that bad taking another part of the 7 Deadly Sins universe and going somewhere else.
Man,
sort of.
It ain't been the same since Escanor died.
I mean, it's pretty interesting. You really don't care, but I'm a spoiler. King Arthur's the bad guy.
But they were always teasing towards that, so that's not a big deal.
Which is kind of interesting. Still in TV news, The Rock is back in wrestling, man. That shit was so fucking dope, man. He's actually with his family this time, the bloodline, man. All his little cousins and shit. He running with them. So I'm gonna wait to see how that develops. That's gonna be pretty fucking good. I stopped doing the human resources certification after I found out I needed a bachelor's degree to even take the certification exam. Like, ain't no fucking point wasting my time doing this if I don't even have a fucking bachelor's degree yet. So I switched it to a SAS data programming certification, which you don't have to have a degree in data programming to start. It's actually really interesting, kind of complicated because you're doing coding and shit. It's not like major coding, but you're putting in codes to pull certain data and shit like that and turning in spreadsheets and shit. So learning how to do that shit, man. It's been a challenge, but it's been fun. Did some recording myself. MWP will finally be back this Sunday. I know I ain't put out the short yet, guys, but spoiler alert, it's the Orisha Shango, the deity of lightning and fire and shit, who's also badass. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned for that. And it's gonna be a little longer for this guy over here. It's gonna be about 7 minutes or so, maybe a little less. So it's gonna be a little longer, so you get a little bit more Shango in there, man. Let me see. I started my leave. I'm on 61 days of fucking leave right now because, ladies and gentlemen, I am retiring from the fucking army. This shit is fucking over. I'm on leave until April, and then when my leave ends, I'm officially a retiree, and I couldn't be more fucking excited. Don't really care for the way I went out, but you know what I'm saying? When you just gotta roll with the punches, man. I knew it was time. My family knew it was time. So I had to do what I thought was best for me and my family and my health too, man. Cause that shit'll fucking I'd be fucking barely fucking walking around this bitch if I would have stayed in any fucking longer, man. So I'm officially out. Well, not officially out. I'm officially on leave right now. Hence the luxurious fucking beard. As soon as I got my fucking orders, bro. As soon as they got my fucking orders in, I said, I ain't shaving no goddamn more. So
you threw the razor blade. You threw the razor in the trash.
Man, I threw all that shit away. Fuck that. I said I ain't shaving no more. No, I threw crap of trimmers. Cause you know I'm gonna keep it all trimmed and shit, nice looking and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't trimmed right now, but fucking I ain't really went nowhere. But
you about to get the Viking joint?
Yeah, if my lovely wife will let me, sure. Why the fuck not? And then I then also said I stopped growing my hair out, man. So I'm using some Jamaican castor oil to make my hair grow a little faster and thicker, man. Try to get these dreads popping, see what that's looking like before I cut my motherfucking hair off, man. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited and a little anxious about this new fucking journey because it's not like I can say, all right, shit's fucked up out here in civilian world. I get to go back to the army now. I can't do that no more. So it's really exciting, really anxious, but more exciting than anxious because
you'll see a lot of doors open up for you.
It's pretty nice saying, man, almost setting an alarm and we're like, wait a minute, I ain't got to go no goddamn where in the morning. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do tonight and when I wake up, goddamn it. But I ain't just been sitting around fucking off, man. I've been productive, doing schoolwork, taking a lot of the household things away from Janae so she can focus more on her business stuff, things like that, man. But it's an interesting journey. It's gonna be a real serious adaptation, I guess you could say, for both of us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to adapt to this one because she used to be never being home. So it's kind of like, hey babe, what you doing? Hey babe, what you doing? Hey babe, what you doing? Hey, how's it going? You want to go outside and smoke? Hey babe, what you so it's gonna be a little adjustment for her, you know what I'm saying? But and for me, because some days I just be sitting there just like, fuck, I'm bored. What am I gonna do now? But it hasn't been bad, man. Other than that, that's pretty much it, man. Shout out to Kevandre. He's going to a prom tomorrow. He's been doing this thing in Job Corps. He's almost done. He should be done in a couple more months. But he got his prom tomorrow. Dressed fresh and shit with his red little velvet looking jacket on and shit, all fresh and dreaded up and shit, man. So shout out to him, man, and shout out to all my kids, man. They're all doing fucking phenomenal. And that's what's best in life.
So, one thing to add, I forgot to even talk about it. I meant to talk about it. I was so excited. I alluded to it, but we are completely wireless on the microphone front right now.
I was going to ask you what
finally
that was.
Acquired the wireless microphone, so the old mic is still there. I might use it from time to time on old time's sake, but for MF and research, there's a couple things that I'd like to do that the long corded mic kind of get in the way of. So finally sucked it up and bought the wireless mic. And I had the idea the other day. I was like, I wonder if it'll work if I plug it in the computer and use it on the podcast. So I tested it out earlier today. It worked just fine. First time it didn't work, and I was like, what the hell? I couldn't add myself to the room. I was just sitting in the waiting room like stupid.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah. Let's see. On the anime front, I think we watched let's see, Seven Deadly, not Seven Deadly. The what is this? That time I got reincarnated as a slime.
What, those 3 episodes?
Those 3 episodes wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It's better than the last one. I'll say it's more. Yeah, it's more interesting. I'll say. Okay. I mean, they still be like, okay, we're gonna put Rimuru over here because we know that Rimuru can figure this out in like 3 seconds, and it'll be like a commercial break. But it was okay. We watched the 2nd season of Jobless Reincarnation, Shoko Tensei, for those who like the Japanese title, which is very, very interesting. It covered a topic I had never, ever seen covered in anime, and it was done really well. It covered ED.
Oh yeah, you was telling about that. Yeah.
I was like, I have never cared so much about that in an anime before, or just figure like, is it gonna work this time? Is it? Is this it?
That's called being invested, right there.
But it was good, man. Yeah, then it finally worked out. I was like, that's my boy. Yeah. So as soon as he did it, he even got married. So it's all good. But But it's a good show. I recommend it. The world building is top notch, man. Oh man. And then I think I told you I sent you what is it? Mashley.
Oh yeah, I'm locked in.
Oh man, that is
I'm
my
locked in.
show. That
He's
and the
one of my favorite
soundtrack.
characters in anime right now. Like
I know. This and the sound. You gotta listen to the soundtrack too. Like even the actual score, because it's like rapping and all kind of shit, beatboxing. And then the second season we haven't even started yet, but this me and Lamar's song, man, I sent it to you. It's popular. It's all over the nerd community right now, everywhere. So if you in any nerd realms, you've heard the song, and I play it for him every time I pick him up from daycare, and he be just singing the song and shit. So it's good times. So yeah, that's it for me for real this time.
one more thing before we move on, I completely forgot, man. So I'm trying to cut
It's
out
been so long,
smoking
man.
cigarettes now because I said once I
Yes,
finish
it is.
this army
Let's
shit, I
do it.
said I'm done with cigarettes. So I'm not gonna go cold turkey because life be life, and sometimes I just need that nicotine in my life. But I've definitely slowed down, and I've picked these little guys up instead, man. So smoking some little mini cigars instead of smoking a cigarette to kind of wean myself off of smoking. Period. And those are perfect, man, especially for when I'm drinking and shit, man. Because when I drink, that's when I smoke the fucking most. So instead, hit me a cup, smoke like 2 of these cigars. I don't need to smoke no more tonight, man. So working on that process, and eventually by 420, I'm not gonna be smoking cigarettes at all.
Yes, sir. Would you
Yeah,
ever consider like nicotine gum or patches or anything like that?
I don't think those would work for me.
Why not?
My body hard headed, if that makes
Lucky
sense.
you. I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, it's like me with like medicines, but
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
you never
that's what I
know.
mean by my body hard headed.
You never know until you try.
Maybe. That's just an expense I don't need. I try to do more like disciplining myself versus using anything to help me, man. So it's gonna be all right. I've quit several times before, so I can do it again.
You haven't quit. You paused several times before.
Long pauses. Let me say that.
Sure,
Long
I
pauses.
think that. I agree
But
with that.
yeah, work in progress. Been smoking nonstop for roughly 10 years off the top of my head. So it's gonna be a process, but I'm gonna be on here one Sunday, like I am done. I don't smoke cigs no more.
You delivered.
I'm delivered. You want to get swallowed up?
Yo, that is the funniest. Swallowed. I mean, out of context, without anything else, it is. Even if you know what story he's talking about in the Bible, even without it, it is
It's just
hilarious.
that's how I said it, man. That's how I said
It is how he said it. Then he said it multiple
swallowed.
times.
Oh man, that's just so stupid.
Oh goodness. Oh man.
But now that is what's best of life.
That is what's the best of life. All right, man. So everybody knows that Beyonce just came out with a country album, taking the world by storm with her country album. And so we got to talking about it a little bit and kind of like just kind of some of the subtext and things around it. And a couple months ago, I sent you this video on like white rappers and stuff like that. And so when we were talking about it, it was kind of like one of those things like, I think it's more accepted for say a white rapper to jump into like R&B or rap or what's considered traditionally black music, and than it is for a black artist to cross over in what's considered more country or more uh, music that's dominated by like white folks. So with that, do you feel like it's like certain genres of music are more there's more gatekeeping in certain genres than others?
They try. They really do
Mm-hmm.
try, but I think if like because a lot of people were pissed off with Beyonce's country album. And let me say I've heard one or two songs just like on Breakfast Club and TikTok and shit like that. It's not even country. It's really not fucking country. Now I've heard some fire ass country music by some highly melanated people, man.
There's about 5 or 6 that's out there that I know of.
People forget about, the history of these things. You know what I'm saying? Rock and roll. They forget about the history of these things. Prime example, fucking Elvis. He stole his music from a black man named Otis Blackwell, the all shook up and don't be cruel and the whole dancing and shit like that. That came from Otis Blackwell. People don't even know who the fuck Otis Blackwell is. You know what I'm saying? And then we go into the history of country music, which kind of revolved around the what instrument was that? The banjo. Is one of the prominent instruments used during country music when it first started. Now people would know what's that man name? Jimmy Rogers and the Carter family for being like the pioneers of country music, which they were the first mainstream country folks. But like I said, the banjo originated in Western Africa, man. It was made out of a gourd and it was called something like a conting or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're about. Yeah.
So, and that's where that started from. So it's the lack of knowing your fucking history. It's just like everything else in this country in particular that certain people think that they created when it's not actually the fucking truth. Hell, me personally, I didn't know about rock and roll music until M.A. put me on. Because you know what I said when he was, I said, man, why you sitting there listening to white people music, man? And then he put me on. I was like, really? Click, 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 click. Oh, okay. So then I started diving into rock and roll music myself. So there shouldn't be no fucking gatekeeping there. Now on the rap thing, our people are more of, we appreciate the art of it. You know what I'm saying? The most of us. I ain't gonna say all, because a lot of people still, you know what I'm saying, of our complexion still don't like Eminem for prime example. But I mean, most people get.
There are some valid reasons not to like his music.
Yeah, and I get that.
Outside of the actual lyrical talent, there are some reasons. But I mean, some of the subject matter is a little. But go ahead.
Yeah, which I get that, but it's entertainment to me, man. Since I am an Eminem fan, it's just pure entertainment. But we don't let people, but they embrace the hip hop culture more, man. The break dance and the what's that called, the b-boy shit and all that other stuff, man. I mean, look at one of them Joe Coy specials, and they had them dancing and break dancing and doing all this type of shit, and they said my culture. I was like, no, I was talking to Janeke about it, like, no, that's not their culture. But they've adapted it and took it, they didn't take it from us, but they were fans of it, so they did it. Same thing with fucking rap. I'm a fan. I don't know what the fuck this guy be saying, but Viet Gunner be fucking snapping. I don't know what the fuck he says at all, because I don't speak Vietnamese, but shit slaps. And there's another fucking Japanese club banger out there right now that fucking slaps. So we, as a most part, are not trying to gatekeep shit, because if it's good, it's good. We like it. You know what I'm saying? If it's got a good beat, or if you were more in the lyrics and shit like that, if the shit slap, it should slap. On the other end, certain people feel like that we're trying to step over into their fucking lane when it's not their fucking lane to begin with. Y'all stole it. Like, let's call a fucking spade a spade. I mean, they stole Ma Rainey shit before rock and stuff like that was really popping. Also, I mean, they stole the idea of country from, I can't remember the brother's name, but country, fucking any of the main musical genres, they came from us. They can't. These motherfuckers can't dance for starting. Do-wop, that came from us, bro. Like, come on, man. Frankie Lyman and them, come on, man. They was doing that shit way before they was even fucking famous and had record deals, man. When this shit wasn't even popular like that. So the gatekeeper music is definitely fucking there, which it fucking shouldn't be. Because one thing I really truly believe in, music bring people together, man. Oh shit, you like country? I like country. I'm black. You're white. We both like fucking country, man. Let's fucking vibe real quick. Oh, you heard that rock and roll song? Cool. Let's vibe. One of my soldiers, one of my ex-soldiers, excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, I guess always one of your soldiers, man.
Yeah. Shout out to her. But we went on a TDY trip to Fort Bliss, and he was the driver, so he let me listen to some of his music. Some of it I was feeling, some of it I was fucking not, man. You know what I'm saying? But it was one of those things where we could connect through fucking music, and you could honestly do that. Connect with people through music a lot, man. So I think there is definitely gatekeeping in music, but I think it's utterly fucking stupid if you understand the fucking history of it. What you think, sir?
Oh, I mean, there's so many places I can go. So I feel like a lot of times where you see the gatekeeping and the proverbial clutching the pearls, if you will, is where you see those genres like country music or some that doesn't have a predominantly black influence in the mainstream. I won't say origins. It's mainstream. It's key to make that distinction, and you kind of touched on that, where you knocked that out the park and touching on some of those origins and some of those genres of music. So I don't need to rehash that. So looking at where it's been incorporated, if you will, and I mean, what kind of happens? I mean, is we come up with so much shit. It's like, oh, we got you on some more shit real quick. But see, like the thing that gets to me is like when it comes out and they'll be like, oh, they the greatest of all time. They the best to ever do it. They really brought it on the map. No, no, no,
no.
no.
Cause they were saying this shit about Beyonce's album, bro. Like I said, a couple of songs I heard, that's not even country music. She just sang a regular and mixing some country slang like yeehaw and shit like that in it. She ain't even really doing country music, bro.
I mean, but you know, country can be like that. I mean, it's fine. I mean, and I do feel like sometimes there's like a double standard too. Like when you talk about like some of the ratchet shit in rap. I mean, while it comes on a different beat and different presentation, country is ratchet as fuck.
Right.
As fuck.
Right.
Listen to some of the words. That's shit. I mean, I was sitting in the dentist and they were playing country music in the dentist one day, and I was like, "Y'all really playing this? This we playing?" It was like one of those just random stations that I guess they put on that plays like some of everything. But y'all playing this? But I mean, I think that's my issue because I think about like a Miley Cyrus or something, where like she embraced like hip hop, twerking, all of that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, she got her notoriety, she got her 15 seconds of blow up, and now she got her flannel shirts and jeans on and her hair out. And then, you know, and that's kind of what kind of bothers me is that you get to this point to where you leech off of it until you can get your come up. And then you be like, no, I'm over that stuff now. I mean, and that's kind of what bothers me. Like, I mean, if you even go back to like Vanilla Ice, I mean, he kind of did that too. So, I mean, I think it happens more so on that side, but you don't see it on the other side. Like you think of like a Darius Rucker, who's been doing country. He didn't do country and like blow up and do country, and you're like, okay, I've got what I need from country, and then I'm out. Or like Tracy Chapman is just not getting her flowers because old dude redid Fast Car. I think the thing was on and brought her on now. So I mean, I appreciate stuff like that where you can pay homage to your influences and show respect to those as before. Like I'm cool with that because Eminem does that to a degree. He's real mindful of like because he'll say like, what's the line he says? The greatest is Jay-Z, Biggie, Tupac, and Eminem or something like that. I might be missing the rapper in there to that line. So you know he's a student of it, and I'm fine if you're a student of the particular genre and you want to be a part of it, but not a moosher. And we talked about moosers before. I think that's the part that bothers me. I mean, and like you look at like battle rappers and stuff too. Like some of those like boys are cold, and I don't have any problem with that at all. And I mean, and I think that's what happens is, you know, we're like, if he can spit, he can spit. If she can sing, she can sing. Like people give Adele her props. I mean, Bantu knots aside, but
she want to be one of the people.
Yeah, man. But you know, Adele or whatever can sing. Or what's the dude? Oh, it's gosh, that was Blue Eyed Soul from back in the day. Yeah, and I don't know if that's what they call, but that was the album call. But if you hear the song, it's an old song. You'll know it. I'll play it for you later. And yeah. So I mean, I think it's a respect of talent. Whereas on the other side, it's
motherfuckers
more
on
like
John B too. We don't know what the hell he was.
Yeah. Right. John B. I mean, you think about like Justin Timberlake, Robin Thicke. You know, everybody like, hey, if you good, you just good. I mean, I don't care. And that's how it should be. On the other side, I mean, like my dude was like, I mean, he didn't exactly compare Beyonce to a dog, but he kind of did, saying like that dog's just chasing the next thing, and it's not chasing the next thing. I mean, she's from Texas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Houston,
and and that's Beyonce. She ain't got to chase shit. She got bored and was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do a country album.
So you heard the theory, right? That they say that she's basically gonna take over all the genres. So they say rock and roll is next. You heard that?
Now I think that cool, if she doesn't rock and roll, when that shit'll be cold as fuck. I think that shit would be cold.
I have to agree with you, sir. I have to agree with you. So I mean that's kind of really my thing is like you see it on one side more than the other, and it shouldn't be when you understand the origins. And I wanted to make that a topic. So when we were gonna do something else, that was gonna be my topic. But like the banning of books, and because of all the banning of books and being so afraid of history, not just like slavery, it's so much more that the banning afraid of that you miss out on some of this stuff to understand, like, you know, getting put on and stuff, just like the inmate put you on. You know what I'm saying? So many people aren't going to get put on to history and stuff because people are so scared of having people learn. And I mean, why?
I don't get it. I don't get
either.
it. It's so
We'll talk about
fascinating shit. You know what I'm saying? That comes
it's
from
so many fascinating people.
Stuff. Yeah. Hell yeah. And not just highly melanated people either. You know what I'm saying? There's some fascinating Hispanic people. I mean, situations like don't nobody even know what Cinco de Mayo mean, for example, but we're just gonna drink and eat tacos.
Tequila,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but they don't even know what the
right.
Cinco de Mayo celebrate for shit like that, man. Like I completely agree with
you. Yeah. So I think it shouldn't be that way. I think if let the talent speak for itself, and let's go. On the other side, I mean, maybe do we need to start gatekeeping in traditionally black music just because it happens to us so much?
It'll never happen.
No, I mean no. I mean that's just not what we do. So
not just that. In our primary music genres, we don't even run it. There's some Jewish man somewhere that fucking runs it.
I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
That's okay. That's why I did it.
You have fun.
But there's not a highly melanated person that runs most of those fucking things.
But see, when I mean that's true. I mean it's kind of tricky too because I get your point because I mean sometimes the machine can make something because they put it all in your face. Whereas we just ain't gonna rock with it. But then you also have to think about like who are the largest purchasers of like these concert tickets and albums and stuff. Like if you go to like Coachella, who's rocking the Killer Mike? Who's in the crowd seeing Killer Mike the most? You know what I'm saying? Not that they're bigger fans at all, but who's spending the money to get them seats? So I mean, good point, interesting point. Just be good. Let the talent speak for itself. That's all I got.
Yeah, let it. We're all the same for the most part, man. We all enjoy music, whatever genre, whatever your rhythm or non-rhythm having selves can endure. We all enjoy fucking music, man. So let's just enjoy all that shit together, man. Put your highly melanated homeboy on some country or some rock if you don't listen to it. And fellas, do something else. Put them on some gospel, some R&B. You know what I'm saying? Something like that if they don't listen to it. Bring it all together, man. Let's have a good fucking time, man. Because I think that'll be a hell of a fucking party mixing all of those.
I know.
All right, man. It's that time again for the accessory check-in, bro. How's your drink? How's your smoke?
Oh man, I was trying to re-up before you got to me, but that's okay. I can pour and talk at the same time. So the Uncle Nearest, like it hits you real strong at first, and then it kind of mellows out, and you get a lot of those flavor notes coming off from the barrel. I think is it an oak barrel? Let me see real quick. Hold on, I'm about to read. It doesn't say. We're here. Hold on, let me say. Save for reading, whatever. But whatever it is, delicious. Not for the weak, but I mean, I guess that's like my wheelhouse right there. Good flavor, but not for the weak. So this is right up my alley.
There ain't too many people that could drink with you, sir.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that the other day. It's like I said, it's 119 proof. It's like $100 for the bottle, but I don't feel like it wasn't worth it. Like I'm not like, man, I shouldn't have paid that. This is one of those situations where Scrooge is fine with coming off of his coin.
Indeed.
So good stuff. The Sober Mesa, it's a lot of cigar. Woo.
Is it?
Right there.
Oh god damn. You gonna be out there for a minute, bro.
But it's a good cigar though. I mean, I've always liked Sober Mesas. This is the first time having this one, but it never lets me down, and they go well together. So one thing I had to do was make sure I didn't pick a cigar that was too weak that would get overpowered, and they go together well. So I approve this pairing. and it's a good pairing to be back recording with. So I approve. I'm happy with my pairing, man. How about you? I already know the answer, but
vodka's the vodka, man. My placencia is great.
Oh no, not the vodka, the vodka. Just the
No,
pound.
but no. I'm saving that. I'm saving this wasn't
Okay,
the
never
pound.
mind.
This
Okay.
wasn't the pound. Earlier
Okay.
this morning
Okay.
it was all day, like 11 o'clock. I had to pour
This
one,
morning, bro, you
but
having brunch pours?
yeah, I had one, man. I had one. Needed to.
You know
Yeah.
what? Given what you told me today, yeah, I would have had one with you. If you would have called me and told me, I'd been like, hold on, let me get my glass.
So yeah, but everything so far pairs good with the placencias, man. I haven't had a bad pairing yet, whether it's vodka, whether it's tequila, whether it's yak, whether it's whiskey, whether it's scotch, whatever the fuck it is, I haven't had a bad pairing yet. So good pairing, man. The cigar's almost gone. I ain't got that we're in the war room cigar type shit going on right now, but you know, I'm still enjoying my shit, man. So can't be mad.
Good. But we'll let you know our final thoughts, or I guess my halfway thoughts at the rate we're going. So stay tuned for that. So again, the discourse in the world made me think of this particular topic not too long ago, because for those that are in the nerd community and are about our age, grew up with the X-Men animated series with the fire theme music. Probably one of the best animated shows of all time. Got to be top. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, couple controversies arose from that. First, which was hilarious to me, the internet is mad because they have shrunk Rogue's cakes. So they're a little mad because she got a booty reduction. Oh, it is so funny. I showed Kim. We were laughing so hard. So that's the first thing that everybody's upset about is they were like, you had one job and you took it and you fucked it up. So they're really passionate about that. And then the other is that Morph, who's a shape-shifting character, I can't remember which. Um, I don't remember. And sorry for misquoting if I did. Non-binary, gender neutral. I don't remember which term they use, but he's not. They're not making Morph a shapeshifter have a gender, which shapeshifter. So anyway, um, so that got me thinking, and it got to. I was looking into that in a little bit, and they were like, "Oh, X-Men has gone woke," and they were talking about it being woke. And people have made the argument before that comics have always been woke, and I am of that community. I mean, as far as you go back, I mean, they've dealt with racism, they've dealt with the Klan. I mean, you got Captain America punching Hitler, you got him fighting the Klan. I mean, Black Panther fought the Klan. I mean, there's all kind of instances. Look at John Stewart, Green Lantern's origin, and his initial run. Look at some of that. But one thing they're trying to make the comparison is saying that American comics are getting beat by anime and manga, and I put anime on here, but I'm using the term to kind of comprise of both anime and manga, saying because anime is not woke and never has been woke, and I, for one, call bullshit on that. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about it. Do you think one's more woke than the other? And if so, what do you think?
I definitely don't. I would say the comics were a little more, I guess, hardcore with it, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Just straight punch in your face with every fucking thing, which is fine. Me personally, I prefer the direct, blunted approach anyway. Just personally, I mean, you mentioned X-Men and X-Men is going woke. There was already racism. Stupid humans versus fucking mutants. What the fuck y'all think that was? Racism.
I mean, and there are people that say so. Stanley even said himself that they modeled that after the civil rights. He modeled some of that after the civil rights movement. And there are people that say that that's not true. I'm like,
the man who created it fucking said it. The man said it himself. It's just delusional as fuck. I mean, I haven't seen some a couple weeks when people was pissed off about another age-old thing talking about X-Men was the Wolverine and Storm fucking relationship. Motherfuckers was heated about that shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Like,
I thought it was kind of weird, but that's just me. Not for race or anything. I just thought it was weird. But
I mean, it's interesting how they came to But you know, K
Yeah.
Sarah, you know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
she wants some adamantium, he can get her thunderbolts. You know what I'm saying? He do what he want to do. That's neither here nor fucking there,
Mm-hmm.
man. But saying that anime is like kind of taking over from comics, I don't think that's really the case because of the wokeness per se. I mean, anime is mainstream now. You got rappers and everybody like. I mean, comics is still there, yes, but anime
Mm-hmm.
is kind of what's I guess hot right now.
Hot.
Everybody
Yeah.
is everybody
Mm-hmm.
and their mama is into fucking anime right
You
now,
you the
man.
cool kids now. Shit, Meg the Stallion
Yeah,
is presenting at the anime awards.
yeah, and then fucking Michael B. Jordan has his own Naruto line or had. I don't know if he still
Mm-hmm.
has it, but
He
that
had.
shit,
I mean, it was just a limited run.
yeah, that shit's expensive too.
Yeah, because it was
But
like Gucci or Louis or something like that. It was
mhm,
like one of the designer brands. So yeah.
yeah, which was dope. But them saying that anime wasn't of the same wokeness. I'm gonna take one of my favorite animes for example, Yu Yu Hakusho. The episode where they was finna save Hiei's fucking sister. There was a whole transgender in that episode, bro. That shit came out like the '80s, bro. Like, come on, man. It's just been fucking there, man. But y'all was just, oh no, I don't see it because it's
Right.
not a punch in the fucking face, so you don't fucking
But
see it.
hold that thought right there. Punch you in the face was a wonderful thing to say
Mm-hmm.
because Yusuke actually punched somebody in the face.
Mm-hmm.
So gender equality. There's a clip. Yusuke had to smoke everybody. He was like, "Oh, nobody will fight you because you're a woman. I don't care." Wow.
Yeah, and then they find out it wasn't a woman. They said the family jewels were not stolen. We watched it the other day. That's why I remember it verbatim like that. But
Right.
just using that
So,
one as an example, Black Clover. There's discrimination all through fucking Black Clover. If
mm-hmm,
you ain't got
mm-hmm,
fucking magic or you lowborn
mm-hmm,
elitism, there we go. The
mm-hmm,
elitism, which is discrimination, also that shit's been fucking there. So I mean, these people are I don't know. They're either fucking delusional, haven't read a fucking book ever, or they just little gaslighting, pistol starting punk bitches. I don't know which fucking case it might fucking be. But
mm-hmm,
as far as
mm-hmm,
both of them, but most work woke. I mean, I don't even like to use the word fucking woke no more because they generalized it and turned it into one of those fucking terms where I don't I don't fucking care for the actual term based off of what it is
I'm
now
with you.
compared to what it was when it first became, you know what I'm saying, people saying wake up, you know what I'm saying, be woke, that type of shit. So
I guess we should have
it's
gate
really
kept it.
yeah, yeah, we should have gate kept that one. We should have gate kept that one. That one was really for us for real. But I ain't gonna dive into my comedicism spiel on that one. I'm gonna stick to the anime and the comics, man. So it's always fucking been there. I mean, you think about the racism. Frieza was one of the most racist fucking characters ever, bro. Like, and Dragon Balls came out in what, like the '80s, right? Like Dragon Ball Z was
80s. Yeah,
the
Dragon
'80s,
Ball
right?
came out in the '80s. I think Z was either late '80s or early '90s.
But shit, that shit was fucking there. And I mean, there's several others where there's key places where elitism, there's uh um LGBTQ plus stuff in there. I mean, the shit's always fucking been there, man. It's always fucking been there. Another prime example, Yu Yu Hakusho again. I mentioned LGBTQ. Karama when he fought old dude with the fucking blowy up hands. I mean, if those weren't fucking innuendos, I don't know what the fuck is, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. It's been there, man. They want to see what they want to see. They want to fucking go on the
Mm-hmm.
tirade on shit that they want to, when they want to, how
Yeah.
they fucking want to, just to fucking get clicks, likes, or they just sit in their fucking mama's basement, fucking smelling like piss, eating fucking cereal, just trying to find some bullshit and motherfucking complain about, talking about the woke this and the woke that, because you don't like black people, you don't like white people, you probably don't like girls, so you can't fucking get one. I don't fucking know, but
Mm-hmm.
the shit is fucking stupid, just like everything else when these motherfuckers go on their raids. All the way back to when we started talking about how they was pissed off because Little Mermaid was highly melanated. I mean, it's all motherfucking dumb. Anime is still amazing. I don't personally read comics like that. I guess webtoons is kind of comics, but you know what I'm saying? I am still fans of Marvel and stuff like that, so I enjoy it. I know people was probably pissed off at how Marvels went with the women and the little Hispanic girl, the highly melanated sister, and
That's.
the Caucasian sister. They probably, I don't know. I haven't seen nothing about it. I'm just making an
Mm-hmm.
assumption on that
Mm-hmm.
one as a whole. And you know, they're gonna be fucking mad about fucking anything. They're gonna find something. They was hot about
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther. They didn't like that every highly melanated person around fucking America was doing this fucking shit. I did this shit in fucking Walmart. I had 3 motherfuckers like, yeah, bro, I'm with you. I'm with you. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious to hear what you think because I know you're deeper into anime and way deeper into comics than I am.
Yeah.
And you read more than me too, man. So I'm really curious to hear what you got to say, bro.
So I think there is a difference between the two. I think because comics are traditionally set in like our Earth, our world. Either DC is more like both of them really are like fictitious places that are basically Gotham is basically New York. You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff like so it's like the real world, but not.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marvel is basically the real world. I mean, there's New York and Cali, and there, what is it, the Midwest, Great Lakes Avengers and stuff like that. So it's actual places in the world today with a couple fictitious places thrown in there. So I think there is the difference. So because of that, and anime usually has like fake societies, usually, or fictitious societies,
Right.
usually. And I think because of that level of separation, I think you can they can distance themselves from it, and it's not as close, so it doesn't appear that it's as woke, if you will. But it's the same fucking themes, and I'm gonna show you how. Um, so looking at like comics and stuff, they've always been woke. We talked about that. I mentioned it a few stories. I mean, read Blue Marvel's comic, read John Stewart, Green Lantern's first run. I mean, you could read Racism in Other Planets. I mean, there's all kind
That
of
was the
stuff that
Black
talk
Green Lantern,
about.
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can look at like, I mean, just different stuff like that. I mean, you have shapeshifters, you have um LGBTQIA plus relationships, you have people. I mean, sometimes I will say that it does come across a little forced, and those do bother me. I'm not gonna lie about that. I mean, make it natural, make it inherent to the story, not like it's a check mark. That I don't like, and that is one thing that comics does try to do. It's like, hey, see, look at us, and sometimes it is forced. But to say they're getting woke is an inaccurate statement to me. It's all those things have always been there. Those
Mm-hmm.
topics have always been there. Those issues have always been there. But some people refuse to see them. That's the anime, the comic book piece. So on the anime side, I mean, like I said, the difference to me is that it's a fictitious society. So think about one of the best, and to me, one of my favorites, Full Metal Alchemist. There was genocide. There was racial discrimination against the Ishvalan people. I mean, boom. What's the most popular anime of the current generation right now? Tell me what it is.
One Piece. Got to be One Piece.
No, Attack on Titan, man. I'm not Attack on Titan.
Really? More than One Piece?
I mean,
You
One
said
Piece is
most
just
popular. Like,
the most popular right now. I said.
I would still
Well,
say
it's
One Piece.
starting to fade because it's ended, but I mean, I think One Piece is picking back up because animation is just amazing right now. Um, but yeah. So taking Attack on Titan, I mean, that whole thing mirrors the Holocaust. It does. I mean, down to the armbands and everything. I mean,
Mhm.
that whole like, and a lot of people I think miss it for like Aaron Yeager and when they kill everybody and everything like that. You miss the story of a cycle repeating itself, and you miss the story of like discrimination and fear of those different than you, how lies perpetuate stereotypes and all that stuff. What was her name? Got Gabby, who hated the parodies or whatever,
Mhm. Mhm.
and thought, and then it wasn't until she lived amongst them she realized that she was wrong. And I mean, you even get them to the point where they almost have your coon class, if you will, because they're so happy to show that they're good that they're gonna do whatever they're told. So I mean, it's only difference is they're not making them like black, or they're not making them another a race that we actually see.
Mhm.
Because of that, I think that separation lets people be like, oh, this isn't real, so it's not the same. It's not the same level of woke. It is the exact
It's the
same
exact
level
same.
of woke. It's just in a different package. I mean, like I said, um, every time I watch Code Geass, another one of my favorite words, I was like, Kim, every time they say 11, don't it feel like they say a nigga? And there was another anime like that too. Another one of my new favorites, 86. That's a real good anime too. And in that one, the people who are like originally, I guess, traditionally Japanese, if you will, they were called 86s.
Mhm.
And that was to the point that they were like put on the front lines, stop me if you heard the story before in real life. They were put on the front lines. They were not considered people, so they were considered disposable. They weren't given like the best equipment.
Cannon
Sounds
fodder.
familiar, don't it? Don't it
Mm-hmm.
sound familiar? Sounds real familiar, don't it? So that's the same kind of thing. I mean, and in that story, it was so crazy to the point that they would like be on the news and be like, no lie. There was like a war going on for a long time, and they would say like, no lives have been lost in this war.
Mm-hmm.
And the slick, and it's just a throwaway line that they would say. But the slick thing about it is that because they didn't consider the 86ers people, they could die all they wanted, and they wouldn't consider them lives. And so that's why they were saying no lives were lost. Not necessarily true, but depending on their vantage point and with the propaganda, you're thinking that, oh, this is a peaceful war. As peaceful
No
as it is.
lives that matter were
Uh,
lost.
basically, is
All
what it
right.
is. Sounds familiar, don't it? So I mean that's
Mhm.
a couple. I mean, it happens in One Piece with the was the fishmen. I
Yeah.
mean I mean you could almost give me an anime and I could give
You
you
can
where
find. Yeah.
there's a woke, a potential woke topic in there. If it's just, I mean, you
Absolutely.
whatever those that are upset about things being woke that traditionally lean more conservative or are far right, and I'm not saying I'm right or left, because it's really irrelevant. But if you look at who's screaming woke, there's correlation
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And any one of those topics that they consider as the boogeyman, you're gonna find it in anime. I guarantee it. In most of your mainstream anime that they're touting and all that stuff. And like you said, it's just the new hotness right now. I mean, it's been around for a long,
Yeah.
long, long time.
We've been watching it since ever.
I mean, and we've been watching anime easy since the 80s.
Yeah.
So,
Since we had we was watching that shit with a VCR. God damn it. Some of
bro, we was
y'all kids
watching.
don't even know what the fuck a VCR
Don't even know
is.
what it is, bro. We was watching it on TBS late at night. I remember staying up late every year to watch Vampire Hunter D and Robot
Mm-hmm.
Carnival every
Mm-hmm.
year. So I mean,
Vampire
it's
Hunter.
still there. Yeah, man. So yeah, so I mean, I think to say that one is more woke than the other, I don't think so. I
Mm.
think it's packaged a little differently,
Right.
and I think that allows you to feign ignorance that it's not happening. I mean, just like you try to act like slavery didn't happen. I mean, if you close your eyes and say it didn't happen, it doesn't mean it still didn't happen. And I mean, that's kind of my whole point. I mean, you
Yeah.
like I said, you pick your topic. I mean, you have cross dressers in anime or drag. I mean, there's the anime Princess Jellyfish, one of the main characters, dresses as a woman. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
happens a lot.
You have
Um,
that a lot
there,
in animes.
you
A
have it a
lot.
whole lot in anime. You have anime characters that dress as men. Um, you have shoot, Sword Art Online, Kirito, the main character. In one of the other seasons, he's a woman.
Yeah.
And his avatar is a woman.
Hell, even Seven Deadly Sins, man. Like if you really dug into that one, with the goddess race was pretty much racist against the fucking discriminating against the demon race, and that's how the holy war fucking started. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
there, it's fucking there.
Mm-hmm. It's just there, and I think because, like I said, and that's kind of my key point, is because you're not beat across the head with it, you think it doesn't exist,
All
but it's
right,
there. It's there.
all right. The Foul Language
So
Podcast is not trying to cause division or anything like that between anyone, because you know, anytime you have these kind of topics, these types of debates, we're causing division in this country where we need to be one.
no,
Whatever the
I
fuck.
mean we can still be one and still call a spade a spade. I mean,
Exactly. But people don't like
I mean,
that shit these days. They
and
don't like
that's
it.
that's really all it is. I mean, I can love my neighbor as I'm taught in the Christian faith, but
And still call
still
you on your
call
shit.
my neighbor out when they are wrong. I mean, there ain't no wrong
As you
there.
should. As you should.
Or when they have wrong with them. I mean, you can't obtain, you know, like the counter argument is, oh, let's get past this, let's move on. It happened so long ago. You can't get past it and move on if you don't address it. I mean, that's really it. And if you try to hide and pretend like it never happened, you're not addressing
That shit fucking sucks. And the last thing I got, bro, is for you adults that have children that are also into anime in the comic books and you feel one way or the fucking other, man, just keep that shit to yourself, man. For that innocent child, they just enjoying a good fucking show, man. Let them enjoy their fucking show and keep your political fucking bullshit out of the fucking show. Let the kids fucking enjoy it. I mean, educate them as they get older, but as they're younger, just let them enjoy the fucking show at first, man. They'll be like, oh, you're not fucking watching this because it's talking about fucking racism. You're not watching that because they do LGBTQ stuff and that. You're not. Just let them enjoy the goddamn show. When they get older, school them up.
I listened to a video essay a few months back that kind of touched on. They would argue that a lot of kids would be better off, specifically young men would be better off if they took lessons of anime than they would in some of the regular Western cartoons and comic books. And I thought that was an interesting thought exercise. I don't know how I feel either way, but I just thought it was interesting based on what you were saying.
I mean, that's interesting.
Some of the lessons.
Like never give up, the believe in yourself, all that type of shit. I can see that. I can see that.
Striving for your ideals.
Yeah,
your team,
I can see that.
You know? So,
but if they're like 6, 7, just let them watch the goddamn show.
Yeah, because I mean, Simone watches anime with us and she enjoys it. So,
please tell me you let her watch Slay.
Who? No, we started watching without her, but I told her that was one she could watch. So she asks a lot of times what anime she can watch. Because I don't think I told you. I'm gonna leave this to since we're just talking anime now. She messed around and watched on our Disney account High School of the Dead.
Oh,
so
never heard of it.
So High School of the Dead is notorious for fan service. So to the point where it's like overly large boobs or whatever. There's like they're all wearing lingerie under their school uniforms or whatever. And it's a zombie thing. So like if you've ever seen, there's a scene where a dude has a rifle on the tripod and he's squeezing a girl and he's propped up on her boobs. And the other chick, she's another chick with black hair, and she's fighting the zombies with a sword. And her boobs like jiggle to go so the bullet travels between it. It's like notorious for the crazy, stupid fan service. So it's like if you want to talk about,
I'm sorry.
It's hilarious how.
I bet that shit was
like.
Cool. I bet that shit was cool.
Look for Google High School of the Dead. When we break, Google High School of the Dead bullet scene, and then we'll go back in. But yeah, for y'all that seen it in the comments, let us know what you think about High School of the Dead if you've seen it. It wasn't that great, but it was interesting. We watched it. I think we watched it in Vegas one year. So, but yeah, so we found out she watched that, and I was like, you don't think that at some point in time this is a little much? But I mean, what was done, and we dealt with the aftermath from there. So I think that's all I got.
Yeah, bro. So I ain't seen it. I know you had mentioned it earlier, man, and we was gonna chop it up about it, man. But you're talking about these damn Trump sneakers, man. Like, what is these Trump sneakers about? What's going on there?
So it's so hilarious to me that first of all, I mean, there's so much these sneakers have done. I mean, first of all, they get you talking. Second of all, they're ugly. Let's just get that out there first. They are ugly. And then the other discourse about him is the dude on Fox News that talked about how Trump has a stranglehold on culture, and because of that, he's gonna tap into the black community because the black community is in the shoes and all of that stuff. And yeah, it's just stupid. So on that front, let's first talk about it. So again, it gets to that whole thing that got into in the last election where they tried to where the discourse was black people are not a monolith. I personally don't give a shit about sneakers at all. Like, I haven't owned a pair of Nikes in probably 15, 16 years. And I don't plan on buying a pair. They run small. I don't care. And then like every shoe that everybody gets excited about was released before we were kids. They just changed the colors a bit. Like all the Jordans, all the Air Max. Like, yeah. Like I don't care. Like I couldn't tell you a Jordan 1, a Jordan 5. I'm
not a Jordan fan.
I mean, I'm not any hype sneaker fan. I don't want my sneakers to be like, oh, he got them. Like, I just want a nice, clean pair of shoes. Always have been that way. And so with that, that debunks that right there. It's like it's gonna appeal. But what I will say is he does get people talking. I mean, if anything, he knows how to market his brand.
That's him. Trump
You
is
you cannot argue with that. But one thing though is he gonna have to sell a shit ton of shoes to pay them the fines that these courts have issued on him. I think he's on like $500 million in fines right now.
Yeah, they hooking his ass up.
And they don't make that many shoes. I'm curious too, and if I remember, I'm gonna look up how many pairs of shoes Nike has to sell. Nike sells a year, because even at the ones that I think are $3.99 a pop, if he just sold those, he would have to sell at least 100 million pair to cover his stuff, and that's not even, that's assuming he got 100% profit off of them.
Which he probably don't. Who makes them? That's the question I got. Is it Converse? Is it Adidas? What is it?
I don't know. I have to look into that and see. If you guys know in the comments, let me know.
Like, who the hell gave Donald Trump a fucking sneaker deal? Like,
and the crazy thing is he I guess there's the sneaker con, and that's where he debuted him at. Which is, I mean, you can't lie. That's not. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not brilliant. It is.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But
when it comes to showmanship and shit like that, hey, Trump is the fucking man, dog. Hands down when it comes to shit like that. He knows how to rile a crowd up. Like, he knows what he fucking doing as far as that goes.
And I mean, it's got everybody talking about these shoes right now because they are hilarious to me. So there's 3 pair. They are ugly, and I guess they're selling out. And apparently, people buying them and flipping them on eBay already for like, I heard 2,000. I've heard 7,000. The resale is gonna be amazing.
Man,
and I know it is.
And do the same shit.
I know it is because like anytime something big happens with him, watch what's the stock? DWAC, and there's another one. I can't think of the other one right now. Gosh, I can't think of the other one. Fun or I think it's a PHUN or PH something. When anytime that something happens with him, like every time he wins a primary, that stock just shoots. And I made
the sneakers because that shit probably gonna fucking skyrocket too. Whoever's making the sneakers.
But yeah, man, it's wild, man. I don't really have much on them. I just thought I'd bring them up and see what you thought about them too, because they were hilarious to me. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Can we see what they look like? I can't say shit until I see these motherfuckers.
Hold on, I got you. Let me share my screen. I can do that right now. Oh, we in there.
Wait. Fuck the shoes. Not the fist up, bro. With the shoes. Not the fist up. Like, really?
Right. Wow. With the red bottoms. I saw the white ones in here too. So yeah. There's a white pair and there's a red pair, and then there's this dude. He's the only brother that I've seen on the internet talking about him, and seeing him right now, that explains so much to me. So
you talking about the meet the coin flipping Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the white pair right there, and then they don't have a picture of the red pair. I don't think so.
Are those Donald Trump heels? Hold on. Are those Donald Trump heels?
No, I don't think.
No. I was supposed to say they showing the fuck out. Hey,
nah.
People buy them bitches though. Like,
no, they already have. Where's the picture at? They sold out.
They look like ones Converse. At one point, it looked like some kind of Converse. At one point, it looked like Dunks, but they look more like Converse to me.
Somebody said they look like Apollo Creed boxing shoes.
I can see that.
And I was like, you know what? I can see that too.
Like,
so now that you've seen, what do you think?
I mean, there's some ugly ass shoes, man, but and I know my fellow highly melanated extremely pro-black people gonna hate it, but shout out to Trump, man, because he know how to work a fucking crowd, man. This motherfucker knows exactly what the fuck he doing, man. And that's crazy. They got the T on them bitches, man. And the thing that tripped me out is, and it goes back to, he's probably trying to appeal to us because he got the shoes and he got the fucking fist up. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. We know you ain't gonna do nothing for us, man. You don't give a fuck about nothing about us but the fucking dollars we spend on your poor ass. So, I mean, that. I mean, I'm almost fucking speechless because this man got never in the history since I've been old enough to understand elections. Hell, even when it's time to fucking vote for president, have I seen a motherfucker come out with his shoes? This motherfucker got a shoe deal for the fucking primaries and shit. Like,
now I've seen like companies like have merchandise for a particular candidate, but I've never seen the candidate release itself.
Release his own shoes. Goddamn Donald J. Trump. That motherfucker there, wow, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Crazy. There was some ugly ass fucking shoes, man. But I do on a more serious note, I think like, the lack of understanding, like we talked earlier, that highly melanated people ain't even the primary sneakerheads as much these days compared to like early 2000s, late 90s. But they feel like, we're still the primary sneakerhead, so we're gonna go with that to try to pull them in. I mean, it's just like the last couple of elections where they was, police brutality gotta stop, racism gotta stop, blah 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 blah. It's like you talking about us being the monolith or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they're really, they're trying whatever. Like the black vote is like really, we gotta get the fucking black vote. But I personally feel like. I personally feel like our people that's like just not out here, not ones that's actually picking sides, but ones to see the whole spectrum of this shit as a whole. We don't even give a fuck no more because we know they just playing the goddamn game.
They say the couch is the leading candidate right now.
Yeah, the motherfucking couch. Even though on the Republican side, I like the Nikki lady. The Nikki lady seemed like she's on the up and up. Yeah, she seemed like she on the up and up. I like her. But
I won't go that far, but given
I just hearing the stuff I've seen, I've heard about, heard her say, and things I've heard of her, I kind of like her in the Republican side versus anything fucking else. On top of that, her husband is one of us. So, not one of us is melanated, but you know what I'm saying, a war vet.
Military.
You know, he's been in the trenches and shit. So,
he there now.
He's still a POW? No, he's not a POW.
No. Yeah, he's in Africa right now. He's
or something like that. He probably in Djibouti kicking it. I wanted to deploy to Djibouti, man. I heard ain't nothing out there, but it's something to see. But not gonna happen. That's fine by me. But yeah, those sneakers, boy.
Funny story, real quick. So in Vegas, one of the quotes of the trip was like, "And Rick Ross, it's a Rick Ross song." He'd be like, "No, sir, not me." So you just gave that energy real quick. So that's kind of funny. I don't even know by the time this video comes out, anybody will care about this topic, but I don't care. It was hilarious.
It's gonna have Trump in it, so they're gonna care.
Yeah, we're gonna get them fighters, them angry folks.
So just because we're gonna get y'all, here you go. All right,
we have fun. We don't mind, not at all.
Come on with it. Yep. All right, man. So as you can see, I'm all done here, man. So brother, how's your smoke treating you in the war room over there? How's that drink, man?
I'm not done. I'll still be here for at least another hour and a half. Because it is running really slow. I don't mind it though. I don't mind it though. I mean, it's one thing for a slow burning cigar to suck. But this is a good cigar, and I'm gonna try not to drink too much of this Uncle Nearest because I do have stuff to do tomorrow. So it's good though. Good pairing, fantastic pairing. I've tried 2 Uncle Nearest out of the, I think, 4 that I know of, and this is probably my favorite so far. I think I saw the thing because when we flew back home from Vegas, we flew from Vegas to Tennessee to Nashville, and then from Nashville home. And in Nashville, they had a sign for like the Uncle Nearest tour in Tennessee, in Shelbyville, Tennessee. So I think that's what I want to do for my birthday this year. I haven't really done a lot for my birthday in a while, so I think what I want to do is go out there and do the tour, and I want to see how much it like the Bourbon Country tour, and see how far I am from doing all that kind of stuff. And so it might be a bourbon tour for my birthday this year. But yeah, really good, really good, really good. If you can find a bottle of the Uncle Nair single barrel, I recommend it. You can find the Soper Mesa Grand Imperial, I think Imperial something. Get them, drink them together, smoke together. Make sure you have time to enjoy both, because you won't need time. You need a lot of time, but that's okay. It is worth it.
I ain't got nothing but time. Right
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now I know yours are gone. I pretty much can do your check-in for you. But how are your accessories?
Well, it's a very complex mix of different spices and the cigar was great, man. It burned just like any Placencia would burn, man. It smoked great, not overpowering anything, man. I mean, it's a good cigar. Like I said, shout out to the Fudges again. Not only did y'all pick one of my favorite cigar brands, but y'all picked a good brand of cigar, that type of Placencia, man. Because it's not just like it won't have you fucked up, nothing like that, man. And the vodka's empty. I don't know. It's because I've been off for over a week that my alcohol tolerance has increased, but I'm sober as shit right now, and I'm gonna continue fucking drinking. It's the fucking weekend for the family, so we're gonna enjoy. But not a bad pairing, man. Like I haven't found a horrible pairing with vodka and cigars. When I first switched over to vodka, I thought I was gonna have that problem with the vodka. I mean, cigars just didn't feel right to me without whiskey or something brown in my fucking cup. But it was a good transition, good pairing. Hey, can't complain, man. It's a fucking Placencia. I need to get a fucking box of Padrones next.
Better save your money.
Right. Christmas, Ekfajis. Christmas.
I mean, if they throwing out Padrones during Christmas time, I'm gonna have to snatch a cup. Your box might be a little light. I'm just saying.
Hey, if I was to get a box, you know I'll send you some, dog. Don't even worry about that.
I know you would.
Yeah.
So good. Glad to hear y'all. So we back. We gonna try to get more consistent. I can say this. By the time this comes out, check us out on Instagram. Hopefully TikTok. And we'll have the segments clipped up. Yeah, man. It's about time to run it back, man. Time to run it back. All right, you got anything for the people before we wrap up?
Yeah, man, for the fellas. I actually seen this on Facebook a couple days ago, man. I was like, hell yeah, man. It was like, fellas, find the real you, not the husband you, the dad you, or the son you, the real fucking you, man. I thought that was real fucking important, because a lot of time us as fathers, as real fucking men, let me stress the real in that one, we prioritize our wives, our kids, what I'm saying, our jobs, everything else before we prioritize ourselves, man. So I thought that's a real good thing to bring out here as my final word of the fucking night, man. And because I'm starting to do it now myself after I've seen it. So it's important to get back to who you were as an individual, man.
So basically what you just did was said what I always say, but just to men. So like I always say, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.
Episode 113, baby. Episode 113. Alex Podcast. Motherfucking fact. Damn it. We